Today our topic is the role of self-control in Stoicism. Stoicism is an ancient philosophy that teaches us how to live a good life by focusing on what we can control and letting go of what we cannot. One of the most important ideas in Stoicism is self-control. Self-control means being able to manage your thoughts, emotions, and actions in a way that helps you stay calm and make good decisions, even when things are difficult. The Stoics believed that self-control is the key to living a happy and meaningful life. They thought that if we can master our own minds and emotions, we can face any challenge with strength and wisdom. This is because, in life, many things are outside of our control. We cannot control the weather, other people's actions, or even many of the events that happen to us. But we can control how we react to these things. And that is where self-control comes in. Let's start by thinking about why self-control is so important. Imagine you are in a situation where someone says something mean to you. Maybe they insult you or make you feel bad. Your first reaction might be to get angry or say something mean back. But if you have self-control, you can pause and think before you act. You can ask yourself, is this person's opinion really important to me? Do I need to let their words upset me? The Stoics would say, no. They believe that other people's opinions are not under our control, so we should not let them affect us. Instead of getting angry, you can choose to stay calm and not let their words hurt you. This is self-control in action. It is not easy, but it is powerful. The Stoics also believe that self-control helps us avoid making bad decisions. For example, imagine you are trying to save money, but you see something you really want to buy. You might feel a strong urge to spend your money on it, even if you know it is not a good idea. But if you have self-control, you can resist that urge. You can remind yourself of your goal to save money and make a better choice. This is another way self-control helps us. It gives us the power to say no to things that might feel good in the moment, but are not good for us in the long run. The Stoics called this living in agreement with nature. They meant that we should live in a way that is rational and in harmony with our true goals and values, not just our temporary desires. Another important idea in Stoicism is that self-control helps us deal with difficult emotions. Life is full of challenges, and sometimes we feel sad, angry, or afraid. These emotions are natural, but they can also overwhelm us if we let them. The Stoics believe that we should not try to avoid emotions completely. Instead, we should learn to manage them. For example, if you feel sad because something bad has happened, you can acknowledge your sadness, but not let it control you. You can remind yourself that sadness is a normal part of life, and that it will pass. This is self-control over your emotions. It does not mean you ignore your feelings, but you do not let them take over your life. You stay in charge of how you respond. The Stoics also taught that self-control is closely connected to freedom. This might sound surprising because we often think of freedom as being able to do whatever we want. But the Stoics had a different idea. They believed that true freedom comes from being in control of yourself. If you are always chasing after your desires or reacting to every little thing that happens, you are not really free. You are like a slave to your emotions and impulses. But if you have self-control, you can choose how to act. You are not controlled by your feelings or by other people. This is real freedom. It is the freedom to live according to your own principles and values, not just what feels good in the moment. One of the most famous Stoic philosophers, Epictetus, said, "No man is free who is not master of himself." This means that if you want to be free, you must first learn to control yourself. This is not easy, but it is worth it. Think about it this way. If you can control your thoughts and emotions, you can face any challenge with confidence. You do not have to worry about what other people think or say. You do not have to be afraid of failure or hardship. You can focus on doing what is right and living a good life, no matter what happens around you. This is the power of self-control. But how can we develop self-control? The Stoics had many practical suggestions. One of the most important is to practice mindfulness. This means paying attention to your thoughts and emotions as they happen. When you feel angry or upset, take a moment to notice what you are feeling. Ask yourself why you feel this way and whether it is really necessary. This helps you gain control over your emotions instead of letting them control you. Another practice is to set clear goals for yourself and remind yourself of them often. For example, if your goal is to be more patient, you can remind yourself of this goal when you feel impatient. This helps you stay focused on what is important and avoid distractions. The Stoics also believed in the importance of discipline. They thought that we should train ourselves to be strong and resilient, just like an athlete trains their body. This means practicing self-control every day, even in small ways. For example, you can practice delaying gratification by waiting a little longer before you eat a treat or buy something you want. Or you can practice staying calm in difficult situations, like when you are stuck in traffic or dealing with a rude person. These small acts of self-control help you build strength and discipline over time. Another way to develop self-control is to reflect on your actions and decisions. The Stoics believed in the practice of self-examination. At the end of each day, you can ask yourself, did I act with self-control today? Did I let my emotions or desires control me? What could I have done better? This helps you learn from your mistakes and improve over time. It also helps you stay aware of your actions and make better choices in the future. Finally, the Stoics believe that self-control is a lifelong journey. It is not something you achieve once and then forget about. It is something you must work on every day. There will be times when you struggle or fail, and that is okay. What matters is that you keep trying. Every time you practice self-control, you become a little stronger and a little wiser. Over time, this adds up to a life of strength, freedom, and peace. In conclusion, self-control is one of the most important ideas in Stoicism. It helps us manage our thoughts, emotions, and actions, so we can live a good life. It gives us the power to stay calm in difficult situations, make good decisions, and live according to our values. It also gives us true freedom, because when we are in control of ourselves, we are not controlled by our desires or by other people. Developing self-control is not easy, but it is worth it. By practicing mindfulness, discipline, and self-reflection, we can build the strength and wisdom we need to face life's challenges with confidence. Remember, no man is free who is not master of himself. So take control of your mind, and you will find the freedom and peace you are looking for.